Welcome to Florida History Tourism Tycoon. In this Let's Play, we'll walk through how this classroom simulation works and how your students can bring Florida's history to life by building and running their own theme parks. Tourism Tycoon is an interactive role-play game where students form teams and step into the shoes of park creators competing for the top spot in Florida's booming tourism industry. Set between 1970 and today, the game follows real Florida history. Students navigate hurricanes, new technologies, economic changes, and more, all while trying to grow their visitor numbers and earn park prestige. To begin, divide students into teams. Each student will need a role: CEO, Marketing Director, Operations Manager, Finance Manager, or R&D Director. You can either assign these roles to students or allow them to pick the role that sounds interesting to them. Each role has a sheet that helps to explain how they fit into the group. It gives a brief overview of each turn, sets out some unique optional challenges, and shows the table of actions available to them. Each team will then create their park. At a minimum, they need a name and a logo, but there are pages included if you want them to design a few rides and a park map. For this playthrough, I've created a cowboy theme park named Lone Star World. After they've created their theme park, each team needs a theme park tracker. This is where they will be able to track their money, any new rides or attractions that they build, the number of visitors to their park, and their park prestige. From here, they're in charge of managing their own park and responding to real historical challenges. Each round represents a decade. You'll start by reading and discussing the decade's tourism times. For this Let's Play, we're starting in round 2, the 1980s. This is all about the opening of new theme parks and the impact that airports had on the tourism industry. Each tourism times also has a discussion guide. You can use all of the included discussion questions, pick and choose your favorites, or even use some of them as short response questions. Now that the scene has been set, it's time to roll a random event. These events throw curveballs at the teams, sometimes helpful, sometimes not. They'll need to make decisions in response to the scenario. The student event table only has a hint of what the event might do. That's intentional since some of the events are things that might only affect them after they have finished their turn. For this playthrough, it looks like I've rolled a 6. Multi-Day Magic. This is about Disney expanding. As a student, I might wonder if that means they take visitors away from my park, or maybe it brings more because they're staying longer. As a teacher, you have your own table that lets you know the effects that the event has and when you need to reveal it to students. Event 6 is revealed before planning so that students can decide whether they want to invest in guest services or upgraded facilities this turn for the extra bonuses. Now it's time for teams to talk it out. Their theme park tracker will help them determine what their budget is for each round. In round 1, the 1970s, all teams start with $6 million, but their choices in that round affect their budget for each of the other rounds. It looks like Lone Star World has $5,310,000 to work with this turn. When it comes to choosing actions, the CEO always goes first. They help to set the vision and direction for the round. Looking at the CEO's action table, they currently have 3 options available to them: Inspire the Team, Strategic Focus, or Crisis Override. As the game progresses, each role will have new actions that become available. This represents the changes in technology and culture that have happened over the years. For this round, since there isn't a negative event, the CEO is going to inspire the team and choose the marketing director to get the bonus. This should encourage the marketing director to choose an action that will get them a lot of park prestige. After the CEO, everyone else chooses their actions together. This is a cooperative game, so I encourage my students to discuss the things they want to do before they make their official decisions. Even though the CEO has already chosen an action, that doesn't mean that they are out of the discussion. They still have input, and they get to be the final decider if the group cannot reach an agreement over something. The operations manager knows that the random event will award them a visitor and prestige bonus if they expand guest facilities, so that is the action that they are going to take. Since the CEO has inspired the marketing director to do something big, the marketing director is going to host a special event. This works well with what the operations manager has chosen because this means that the marketing director also gets bonus visitors with their action. The R&D director is going to do some trend forecasting. This is an action that can only be used one time in the whole game. It's also not a guaranteed outcome. They need to roll a six-sided die, abbreviated D6 on their roll sheet. If they roll a 4, 5, or 6, they get +2 park prestige. Otherwise, they get nothing. And in this one, it looks like they rolled a 1, so they don't get anything. The finance manager is going to adjust the ticket prices. Each ticket price in the table comes with either a bonus to guests when the prices are lowered or a penalty to guests when they are raised. The ticket prices are set at $60 by default. The finance manager is hoping to take advantage of some extra guests to make some more money, so they are going to raise the ticket prices to $80. Which means that each round that the price is $80, they will lose 5,000 visitors because the tickets just cost too much for them. Now that everyone has decided their actions, the team needs to add up what they spent and subtract it from their budget. They also need to total their park prestige and visitor counts. This round, only the marketing director and operations manager spent money. Together they spent $1,500,000. The team earned $1,800,000. $1 million in recurring income that was set up in the 1970s, and $800,000 in ticket sales. The expenses are then subtracted from the starting balance, and the income is added to the remainder. The final number is the remaining money, which becomes the starting balance for the next turn. All of their actions earned them 10 park prestige, 2 from expanding guest facilities, 8 from hosting a special event, and 1 from the random event. They also had 15,000 visitors, 3,000 from expanding guest facilities, 7,000 from hosting a special event, and 5,000 from the random event. But because of the ticket price increase, they lose 5,000 of those visitors. So there is actually only 10,000 visitors. These numbers are updated on the theme park tracker. Next turn, they would start with $5,610,000. If they gain 1 more park prestige next turn, they would reach a new milestone and get a one-time bonus to visitors. After all team actions have been completed and events have been done, you collect the trackers and rank the parks against real historical theme parks. You could have a leaderboard that you update each round, or it could be as simple as announcing how the student parks rank against the real-world parks. To get the numbers for each park, I adapted real-world visitor and satisfaction ratings to fit within the mechanics of the game. Lone Star World currently ranks second in visitors, but last in prestige. Each round continues the same pattern until you reach the end of the game. There is an end-game discussion guide that will help students examine their choices in the overall historical context of Florida's real tourism industry. There is also a page for achievement bonuses to give one final boost to park prestige before ranking the theme parks one last time. So that's it. Tourism Tycoon is designed to hit key Florida history and economic standards, but more importantly, it helps students engage, problem solve, and work together. Everything is ready to print, easy to run, and built for classrooms just like yours. Thanks for watching. Ready to start your own Florida tourism journey? Let's play!